And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations for the challenge ahead. Hoping to come out of the gates strong. Nestled among the peaks of the Rocky Mountains, we're in the beautiful city of Denver, Colorado. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for this NBA presentation. Moments away, it'll be the Denver Nuggets going up against the Philadelphia 76ers. Along with Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and our sideline reporter David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Hey, Dave.
We all witnessed the Nuggets making a big leap last season. Coach Mike Malone said, when you miss the playoffs 2 years in a row and your defense is bottom 5, something's got to give. Our guys deserve all the credit. We didn't come up with a grand master plan. We do what we do, but harder, better, and for longer stretches. Kevin?
Just putting in the extra work. All right, thanks, David. Here we are in November. Let's see how things are shaking out in the West early in the season. Taking a look at Denver. They're still struggling, trying to string something together, getting a lot of wins. The competition, though, so tough.
And I think for Denver, they haven't gotten anywhere near where they wanted to be this season. Pretty clear there's a big talent gap between them and the true contenders.
Well, you hope that they realize that and they have some self-awareness, but can they win some games, carry some positive energy, maybe some momentum into the offseason with which to build on?
Look at the 76ers starting group. The tall lineup out there for the 76ers. Simmons, Richardson, Harris, Horford, and Embiid. And for Denver, Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Jamal Murray is out there with Will Barton, and it's Porter in at the 3 slot. Now, here's Millsap. Pass to Jokic. And the guys up front may determine, Brent, the outcome tonight. What elements make for a fantastic front court?
Well, nowadays it's about skilled front court players, guys who have the ability to not only shoot it, but also dribble handoff, make decisions with the basketball to help open up and spread up your offense for your guards and your quicker players to slash and find those gaps.
Now Bart following Tobias Harris's three-point attempt. And it's sent back by Horford. And so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. Murray finds Millsap. Back to Murray. Shot from 16. And the jumper falls for him.
Well, he's a tremendous shooter, is Jamal Murray, and nice to see him get to the mid-range and knock that one down.
Embiid, the pass to Harris. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Richardson gets a wide open look. And it's off from three-point range. The Nuggets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Barton, no luck.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
Yeah, you'd like to keep things a little more simple, and that was a play that didn't quite develop the way they wanted it.
Simmons against Murray. Pass to Jokic. Millsap kicks to Barton. And a miss there on the triple.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one. Just a bit of a rut here early. Just 1 of 4 so far.
And Porter, here we go. The Nuggets with another miss.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously. Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
And he's got a great balance of knowing when to slash inside. Porter needs to keep being this aggressive on the drive.
Knocked loose. And Porter comes to help. Harris passes to Simmons. Kicks it to Embiid. Here's Horford. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, that's not an assignment that I want there, Kevin. I'd rather do math homework than to try and cover that guy.
To the paint. Harris with it. Now guarded by Porter. And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Embiid finds Horford inside. And there's Embiid. That's good on the assist by Simmons.
And with off-the-charts awareness, Simmons makes plays that others simply don't see.
Murray with it. His last outing, he had 18 points. Jokic passes to Murray. No good from the wing. The 76ers lead it. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Barton.
And let's see the stat sheet here on Joel Embiid. Great showing for him last season. Second in rebounding, fourth in scoring, and he finished among the top 10 in blocks, bringing that intimidation factor to the paint.
And looking back at last season, his complete dominance on the boards to rank number 2 overall. Absolutely remarkable.
Jokic showing off the defensive work there. Outstanding at staying in the face of his man.
Millsap kicks to Porter. Off target with his 3. And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. Harris passes to Richardson. Passes to Embiid. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Well, what's not to like about Joel Embiid? A physical specimen at over 7 feet tall, all the skill in the world, and a personality made for stardom.
You talk about Embiid's personality, whether it's on the court or through social media. Greg, he's not shy speaking his mind.
One of the best trash talkers in the league. He doesn't hold back, but it's never personal. He's embracing the spirit of competition.
Murray, no good.
And he thought he had a clear path to the hoop, but the defense didn't give up on that play and cut him off.
Here's Simmons. Good work defensively by Millsap. So for the 76ers, their last game, a win against the Jazz in Salt Lake City. Out of bounds, Philadelphia takes possession. Here on the 2K leaderboard are the rebounding leaders from a season ago. Second, Joel Embiid.
What a season he had in the paint. I mean, his rebounding numbers really mind-boggling. Who wouldn't love to have a guy like that?
Richardson outside. Now the pass to Simmons. Here's the hook. And too long on the shot. The Nuggets trail by 5. Barton surveying the floor. Pass to Jokic. To the middle, Millsap, and it's slammed in by Millsap.
Yeah, you can't leave people open around Jokic, and the offense is set up to have cutters and movement. They'll take advantage of the defense if they sleep.
The 76ers leading by 3. And here is Simmons. 17 points for him last game against the Utah Jazz.
And a lot of those points came at the free throw line, really because of his aggression. He was playing the game with force, always catching his man on his heels.
The 76ers again can't hit it. Denver's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Murray dishes to Barton. It's hauled in by Harris.
Oh, he had the perfect opportunity to finish that one, guys, and just flat out blew it.
A different look for Denver. Mason Plumlee's checked in for Millsap. Malik Beasley comes in for Will Barton. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Richardson kicks to Simmons. Out of bounds. Denver takes possession. The Nuggets trail by 3. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Plumlee, the pass to Morris. There's the feed to Porter.
And the medical red flags for Michael Porter Jr. caused him to slide to the Nuggets in the 2018 draft. 2 back surgeries in less than a year. An injury suffered initially in his sophomore year of high school. The risk is there, but if his body holds up, potentially a star in the making.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. And after essentially a redshirt rookie year with the Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr., the 14th pick in the 2018 draft, is back in action.
Could be a huge addition. Remember, Porter was projected as a top 2 pick entering his freshman season at Missouri. If he can stay healthy, you're adding an elite talent to your rotation.
And Porter drops them both. The defensive rules were different when you played, Brent. For example, the elimination of the hand check.
Hand checking was huge because great defensive guards like a Derek Harper or a Mookie Blaylock could get their forearm on you and basically move you around rather than you trying to get where you want to go. And the other thing, Kevin, that they did was they didn't allow you to have the time in the free throw line. You have a 2.9 before an illegal defense. It used to be a game really of 2 stars on one side of the floor operating, and the rest of the guys sort of shoveled off in the corner on the other side. All those things have changed with the way the league has gone.
For the better.
Oh, I think so. Yeah, freedom of movement, fluidity of the athletes. It's definitely a better game in terms of the movement.
Grant, he's checked in for Denver. Pass to Jokic. Back to Morris. Jokic inside. Simmons is there. The shot's good from Nikola Jokic.
Yeah, the inside game of Jokic continues to improve. Adept at using that big body, finding an angle, and taking advantage.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers and going against Denver, their first meeting of the season.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just 2 powerhouse teams facing off.
Well, if I had a calendar, I would have circled this one. But I love it when they get together. Last year, they split the 2 games between them, and I'll bet their battles are just as tightly contested this year.
Here's Thibault following the basket by Jokic. Over Beasley. Here's Embiid. The rebound by Grant. Nuggets trail. Down low, Jokic. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Well, Greg, the rapid ascension of Nikola Jokic into NBA stardom has been nothing short of amazing. You know, he really is an elite center now.
I mean, he's the best player on a very talented young team in the West. I would not be surprised to see him win an MVP in the next few years.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw missing.
You know, you watch Nikola Jokic out there, and he just moves like a guard. The way he approaches the game, sees the court, and shoots just aren't found in that center position.
And the second free throw, good. You know, Greg, Jokic has so many tools at his disposal. He's a walking triple-double threat.
The passing and vision is what really sets him apart at that center position. The offense can run through him and should run through him with how he can distribute the ball.
There he goes!
You don't want to be jumping on a play like that. No. Wow, he was up there, Kevin.
And how about just floating to the rim on that slam?
Boy, when he gets up, I mean, he gets up. Here's Beasley. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's Burke. No points in the game yet for him. He dishes it to Embiid.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
And after he missed the first 2 seasons of his career, Greg, with a broken bone in his foot, would injuries be your main concern for Joel Embiid?
Look, no doubt about it. As long as he's healthy, he's an all-league performer. Still, 7-footers carry a lot of weight in our league. He wants to prove he can play big minutes. They just got to make sure they protect him.
And the 76ers making a change here. O'Quinn's checked in.
A big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Yes, that goes in. Jokic has got 5.
I swear Jokic is out there playing with the watch on because of the timing aspect of his game.
Now here's Burke. 9 points last game out. It's stolen by Morris. And now the Nuggets, fast break. And the dunk by Grant.
And the defense to start that play was terrific. I love the fact that they attacked early in the shot clock.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 5 from downtown in the first quarter. Points out there have been hard to come by. Here's Thibault. Outside, Scott. Lock at 6. Passes it to O'Quinn. Now here's Beasley. Defense right on him. Grant finds Morris. Shoots over Burke. Morris, no good. 76ers trailing, and Jeremy Grant picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. 76ers have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. That free throw, no good. And coming into this season, questions about whether the Sixers could retain their star players. Well, Greg, they shuffled the decks, but they still have great talent.
Swapping in Al Horford for Jimmy Butler, Josh Richardson for J.J. Redick. The Sixers still in the mix to come out of the East.
Harris is checked in for Grant. No good on the second free throw.
One area after watching Denver over the course of the past 2 years showing what they can do offensively is for them to improve on the defensive end of the floor. About middle of the pack last year. They can get into that top 5. They become very formidable as a finals team.
Morris passes to Plumlee. Beasley outside. And it's blocked by Scott. And it's out of bounds. The Nuggets able to retain possession here. And here's Harris from the arc. Rebound by the 76ers. And for the Nuggets, I think they concede, Brent, that defense is a work in progress.
Well, that's why they jumped, though, last year, Kevin. 2 years ago, they were at the very bottom of the league, and last year showed some signs of getting some cohesion on that end of the floor. If they get into that top 5, Kevin, this team could be on their way to the NBA Finals.
Scott pulls it in.
And his lateral quickness really allows him to stay in front of the shooter there and challenge the shot.
Talk about versatility on offense a lot, but how about on defense? And he takes pride in making an impact down there.
On the wing, Morris. To the inside, Harris. That's in for the first basket of the game after 3 attempts.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Scott dishes to Burke. O'Quinn the pass to Thibault. No good there. Some solid defense from Harris. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Denver. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Yeah, you could see they were pressing in that one, and the shooting percentages dipped because of it.
Yeah, I'll say anytime you're having trouble getting over that 40% field goal mark, it's probably not going to be your night.
Burke kicks to Scott. We've got 28 seconds left here in the opening quarter, but they get it back. The putback is no good. Denver leading by 3. Morris finds Plumlee. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, if you're going to commit a shooting foul against Plumlee, do it when he has a high percentage look inside.
And he's got his first free throw of the game.
And not the guy you want to see at the line too often. Season numbers has him in the bottom tier of the league.
Shooting 2.
And he can't get the first one. So he can't get either to fall. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's Ennis. He kicks to O'Quinn. And it's sent back by Jokic.
Deceptive reach from Jokic there, swatting that shot away using those long arms.
A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. The Nuggets on top, up 3. From the Pepsi Center in downtown Denver, we're back in a moment. A native of Cameroon, Joel Embiid talks about making a quick transition to the United States.
Not knowing English, obviously at the beginning it was a little bit hard to like express myself. Obviously I can speak English perfectly now, so that's a plus, and I'm just being myself.
And that unique sense of humor, Greg, is a specialty of Embiid's.
He's a fun-loving guy who's become a must-follow on social media. And the transition he's made has been remarkable.
Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And when you consider how Denver is doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And so in the game for the 76ers, we've got Ennis. Horford is out there with Kyle O'Quinn. Then there's Trey Burke, and it's Thibault in at the 2. You know, Brett, there may be more of an emphasis on team defense than ever before. Who are some of the better help defenders that you've scouted in the NBA?
I put Rudy Gobert #1 on this list because when you think about help defense, usually you're yelling it from the perimeter. And the reason that you're yelling it, Kevin, is that the player that you were trying to instruct or move a certain way has gotten by you. And the help call out is for somebody to be at the basket. And Rudy Gobert does that better than anybody in the league. That's why the Utah Jazz have a chance to grow and go deeper into the playoffs. They got a back line of defense in Gobert that's pretty tremendous.
You love the guys, and Beverly might be in this category, and Smart might be in this category. They can guard down low. They give a little hedge out top, and then they get back down again where they're supposed to be.
Well, those guys do a great job of harassing out there, Kevin.
Yes,
So it's a little bit different in terms of help defense, on-ball defense, the way that Beverly and Marcus Smart and Paul George to that end are able to pester guys. That's one thing, but I'm yelling help because something's gone terribly wrong. Give me Gobert to fix that.
The 76ers trail. quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Five to shoot. From deep three-point range, and they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Paul Millsap's checked in for Denver. Porter comes in for Malik Beasley. And the 76ers also making a change. Simmons is checked in. Now Murray. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Talk about players who are X factors for their team, and for the Nuggets, Jamal Murray is one of those guys. He is a guy that once he gets going, feels like the team can become unbeatable.
Shooting 2.
He misses the free throw. As you said, Brent, a hot Jamal Murray can take over a game.
Big time investment from the Nuggets this offseason in what Jamal Murray is to them now, but what he can be in the future. And I think right now what he's looking to be is as consistent as he possibly can be, night in and night out, to prepare this team each season to play its best basketball in the postseason.
And while Murray is known, Brent, for his outside shooting, he's very strong with his in-between game as well.
Yeah, he's got a lot of options offensively and getting more and more in contact with Jokic on those high screen and rolls. Devastating, Kevin, when he gets to that left hand, gets around the free throw line and shoots that high floater. There are nights where he does tons of damage with that.
The 76ers have missed a few free throws up to this point, shooting 4 of 7 from the foul line tonight. The first one falls.
And we come back to it again and again. If you're just looking at points and rebounds, you really miss Al Horford's impact. It goes way deeper than the box score.
Josh Richardson's checked in for Philadelphia. Outside Porter. And the pass to Murray. Unable to get that one. Simmons with the defensive effort. And some detractors have looked at Horford's stats, and Greg, they said he's not an all-star. Even Sports Talk Radio calling him average Al.
Nonsense. I mean, still a great defender, efficient scorer, elite passer as well for a big man. Then you get to his leadership. Big Al is the total package.
Porter finds Millsap. And it falls over the rim and in. Millsap's got the lead up to 3 now for the Nuggets.
The defense pretty tight there, but Millsap knows he has just enough room there to bury the shot.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Simmons against Murray. Richardson outside. They get a hand on it. Just 5 to shoot. Millsap with it. Now guarded by Ennis. Oh, Porter in position.
Just continuing to develop an overall game that was evident coming into the league. Gary Harris getting better at spotting the open man.
The 76ers trail by 5. It's a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Kevin, Josh Richardson has made himself into one of the top defensive wings in the league. Richardson says there's a certain competitiveness that comes with being a good defender. The defensive end takes will, and I have a lot of it. Kevin J. Rich is self-described as super competitive, and that edge is what drives him.
It sure is. That's what it takes. Thank you, David.
And let's take a look now at the stats for Jokic. Last season, he played outstanding. Averaged about 20 points a game, 11 rebounds, and 7 assists.
and every team needs a good backup big to spell the starters, and that's what he brings to the table.
The role consists of rebounding, setting screens, protecting the rim. Anything else he gives you is found change in the couch.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Horford. And no good that time. Now Denver takes it the other way. They've got the Timberwolves ahead of them next in Minneapolis. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. And it's Jokic missing. The 76ers trail by 5. Richardson the pass to Harris. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Not much you can do defensively. When Tobias is covered, he's still finding ways to score.
Outside Porter. Here's Millsap. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Harris.
I mean, even from over here, you could see that one pretty clearly. And how about the transition from Paul Millsap, going away from that star role to being more of a role player here in his later years? No longer needed to carry the torch, if you will, in terms of scoring and rebounding, but he can still give you just a bit of everything else at this stage.
And that one falls for Paul Millsap. And with Millsap, you can just see him contribute in so many ways.
I mean, a great passer for his position and also very unselfish with his offense. Still a plus defender with how often he is giving up size on the inside.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Grant's checked in. Looking at the long season ahead, Brent, as a veteran player, what are some of the habits that keep your body going strong, staying healthy?
Teams have really gotten hip to the idea that we need to rest our star players as much as possible. So efficiency with the work that they do, I think, is the most important thing. Star guys who get into practice and are on the court for 50 minutes to an hour every day, so that there's a rhythm that they can keep and the teammates can keep up along with them on the floor. That's what it's about for those guys. Maintenance, maintenance, maintenance.
Murray kicks to Barton over Richardson. Barton, no luck.
Well, shots like that drive coaches batty. I'll be shocked if he attempts that shot again.
The 76ers trail by 4. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Richardson for 3. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got 3 assists tonight. Simmons against Murray. Right side Porter. This one for 3. That one no good. Now the 76ers take it the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
I thought they had a solid game plan coming into that one, and then they made good adjustments along the way.
Well, the great thing about watching that game was that we saw it through their offense, and they showed a few different looks that they settled into and played well. Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Here's Richardson. Finished off the break. Richardson's got 10.
That's the kind of play where I feel like Josh Richardson's feeling more and more comfortable. Gets up big time.
And Murray, here we go. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And this summer, a 5-year, $170 million max contract extension for Ben Simmons. The Sixers didn't want to give him any cause to look elsewhere. A great talent, but the hope with that kind of money is that he'll develop that jump shot.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first.
And what a luxury if Murray can play both guard positions. A perfect blend of shrewd passing and some fearless shooting.
Scotty's checked in for Al Horford. He hits the second from the line.
And the Nuggets franchise still looking for their first trip to the NBA Finals.
How about the franchise making the ABA Finals back in 1976? So it's been quite elusive here in the mountains to get the finals back to Denver. 40 years ago, still looking for that trip.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And when he gets ahead of steam, you almost feel sorry for defenders. Ben Simmons, a combination of size, speed, and ball handling that can at times be unstoppable.
And Simmons drops them both. And with his passing and driving ability, Greg, Simmons is like combining a power running back in football with a pinpoint passing quarterback. Not much he can't do.
Kevin, a football metaphor is appropriate. Simmons grew up playing Australian rules football, and the physicality and quick thinking of that sport really reflected in his style of play.
Embiid, the pass to Simmons. Kicks it to Harris. Outside, Scott. 76ers moving the ball around. And stolen by Barton. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Pass to Barton. For 3, Murray. Good on the triple. And it's a 3-point Nugget lead.
Well, if Murray can do that and become a threat from the 3-point line, look out.
And stolen by Barton. Dishes it to Grant. To the middle. Here's Millsap. No good that time. Good D by Embiid.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Yeah, Millsap a little bit gritty there. Good to see him go in and hit the glass.
And so Simmons will bring it up for the 76ers. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Can they get it? And it's sent back by Millsap. Barton against Richardson. Porter lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Porter's got the lead up to 7 now for Denver. Murray against Simmons. Pass to Harris. Six on the shot clock. Passes it to Embiid. Over Porter. The 76ers with another miss.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
And Millsap slams it in.
Well, Will Barton always going full speed. That time finds a bullet pass to a teammate.
The 76ers trail by 9. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And you see Jeremy Grant on this team. He means so much more than just his stats.
He's a fantastic glue guy, and his teammates talk about how unselfish he is on the floor. Great team player and an even better chemistry guy off the court.
For the Nuggets, Plumlee is checked in for Michael Porter. Malik Beasley comes in for Will Barton. And Monte Morris subbed in for Jamal Murray. Harris looking it over. Trying to get something going. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Harris has got 4 points this quarter.
Well, Tobias just going strong that time.
Morris against Scott. Outside Millsap. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Here's Thibault, covered by Morris. Here's Thibault. Over Millsap. Not enough on that one as it misses. On its way from Beasley for 2. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
The pass to Simmons. There's a minute 40 left here in the second. They get the rebound. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
Intent on keeping that possession alive, Simmons uses his height to his advantage.
There's 1:26 left in the first half of the game. Beasley outside. The dish now to Morris. And it's Joel Embiid with the rebound. Embiid's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Millsap grabs the miss.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
It's Beasley on the wing. A three-pointer off the mark.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
Morris passes to Plumlee. Millsap misses. The 76ers trail by 7. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Thibault can't get it to go.
And this feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Morris outside. Beasley dishes to Grant. Offline with his three. And so it's the Denver Nuggets bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And we'll be right back after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started.
Okay.
A pretty close game for the Nuggets throughout the first quarter. At the end of the period, they held a 3-point lead for the Nuggets. And, big fella, let's get your thoughts on the Nuggets.
The speed they're playing with has been fantastic. They're pushing the ball in transition and catching the defense. That's snapping, Ernie. Anyway, a huge chunk of their offense has come on the break. They've got a nice lead, but they shouldn't slow anything down. I say keep doing what you do.
And, Kenny, what are your thoughts on Philadelphia?
Well, obviously, they were outshot. I thought they mailed it in too many times in terms of their effort. People weren't moving, they weren't screening, and they definitely weren't hustling. They need to hit the ground running to be competitive in the second half, or they could get blown out.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. You know, Paul Millsap has been exceptional here, guys.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
Yeah, just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. And here's Embiid. He'll bring it up for the 76ers. Millsap and Jokic, the big men. Will Barton is out there with Murray. And it's Porter in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Denver. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Ben Simmons.
I like that penetration there. Murray getting to the cup with great quickness.
So far in the game, he's gone 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Free throw good, Murray.
Well, Coach Mike Malone has grown up with this young Nuggets team. He says that he believes in the youth of this team.
Well, the future is so bright for the Denver Nuggets, and really where you have to give Mike Malone a ton of credit is when they made the decision between their two bigs, Jokic and Nurkic, sticking with Jokic, and then changing their entire offensive style to play from a point center position. It has paid huge dividends.
Simmons finds Harris. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. It's going to be on Jokic. Well, we knew that Tobias Harris would be one of the big names during free agency this past summer.
Wasn't a lot of speculation for him when free agency hit. Ends up staying with the Sixers, and I think it makes sense for both sides, and he fits nicely next to Embiid.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Harris.
Well, you look at the career of Tobias Harris, and boy, he's bounced around a bit. Has never slowed his development or production, though. You put him anywhere, and he'll find a way to help his team.
And Harris drops them both. And with Harris, he's been moved so many times. You know what, Greg? You forget he's still quite young.
Yeah, I mean, he really is just starting to enter what should be the prime of his career. Has improved every offseason and is a great rebounder and scorer.
He doesn't hit that one. Nice D from Porter. The Nuggets leading by 7. It's Barton with the drive. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Here's Simmons. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. And it's 6 points for Ben Simmons.
Yeah, the quickness, the size, and the speed of Simmons really breathtaking, especially when he's dribbling the rock.
Here's Millsap. The top of the key jumper is on the mark. Millsap's got 13. The 76ers trail by 7. Embiid kicks to Simmons. Back to Embiid. Over Jokic. Embiid, no good.
Yeah, they're going to try to search out for somebody that's got a hot hand right now. 1 of 4 to start the half.
Here's Porter. Al Horford with the rebound. Horford's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Harris, bounce pass. Richardson finds Simmons. Pass to Embiid, looking to get back on track here. Good work defensively by Millsap.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball.
Here's Murray. Good work defensively by Horford.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Simmons. Harris trying to get free. No good from Simmons. It's Barton with the drive. It's hauled in by the 76ers.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there. Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
Murray, no good.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now.
Good work there as it goes. He has 6.
I like seeing Josh Richardson distribute the ball, especially when his teammates are wide open. That makes for an easy pass.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Nuggets. And Greg, Al Horford over the summer opting out of a contract with Boston, the final year with the Celtics. A bit of a surprise to fans.
You know, Horford said he wanted to test free agency. Talks between him and Boston abruptly ended. Was wooed by several teams, but ultimately signed on with the Sixers.
Harris is checked in for Denver. Then for the 76ers, Kyle O'Quinn is checked in for Embiid, and it's Burke in for Ben Simmons. On the wing, Porter. 6 to shoot. For 3, Harris. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Harris.
And checking out some numbers here for Harris, how he performed last season. He put up about 13 points a game last season, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. We know that he can come up with the occasional big play, but his overall numbers haven't been impressive.
There is a bit of a feeling they're all looking to him to step up, and they know he's capable of doing it right now, just not getting it done.
Murray surveying the D. On the wing, Porter. The Nuggets with another miss.
Well, the D doesn't seem to be too worried about him from three-point range, and he shows us why. Still, I expect him to make one of those.
Murray, the pass to Jokic. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Well, you think about the season that Millsap was injured 2 years ago and how much that took away some development. Then a year later, Denver does some great things with Millsap in the lineup. Then they re-sign him this offseason thinking they can take another step. And Paul Millsap, such a good, solid defender and scorer, was devastating for them in the playoffs and a source of valuable offense on that end. Paul Millsap, the veteran and the adult in the room for this Denver team.
Both shots good from the stripe. And for Millsap, he's a vocal leader when he's on the floor.
Well, his defensive numbers were so off the charts when he played in Atlanta for the Hawks alongside Al Horford. That's the reason I think that Tim Conley and the Denver Nuggets looked at the addition of Paul Millsap, providing them foundation on a nightly basis. He could be the concrete for them on the defensive end of the floor.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Murray. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. And that's now 11 points for Jamal Murray.
Well, if Murray gets his slashing game together like that, that's a good sign for his offense. Love how confident he is.
Pass to O'Quinn. Back to Ennis. The pass to Horford. Millsap with the steal. Here's Porter, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight. Free throw good. Porter.
Yeah, a former 5-star recruit. We know about the talent level with Porter, but he's also a mature, hard-working guy.
And Porter drops them both. And so it's Burke who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. 9-point game. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Horford, and good. Got the English that time as it falls. Horford's got 4 this quarter.
Knocked it down there. As his career has gone on, Al Horford has added more and more to his outside game.
In the corner, it's Harris. Here's Murray. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Ennis with the ball. Now guarded by Porter. Pass to Burke. O'Quinn with it. Over Millsap. And the shot is long. Porter passes to Murray. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
That's not a bad heads-up play there for Murray. Easily going into the contact and earning the whistle.
6 attempts for him at the line. He's made 4. throw good. Murray. A different look for Denver. Plumlee, he's checked in for Millsap. And it's Malik Beasley in for Michael Porter. And so Murray nails both of them. The 76ers trail by 9.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And that one's good. Burke.
And that's just taking advantage of some soft defense on that drive. Little resistance for him on the way to the basket.
Beasley outside.
And being over the limit this early really can affect your aggressiveness defensively. They have got to play under control.
And he knocks down the first one.
Well, it's interesting when Jokic was playing with Nurkic and they cleared the room for Jokic to take over at the center position. He's taken on that responsibility. He's taken on the star role. He's accepting it and excelling at it.
Morris is checked in for Jamal Murray. Mike Scott's checked in for Philadelphia. The 76ers trail by 9. Here's Thibault. Out to the right wing. Here's Burke, and it's sent back by Jokic. Here's Harris. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits.
They've been able to have some team success in this game despite what's been an awful shooting night for him.
Now here's Burke, covered by Morris. Pass to Thibault. Over Harris. Thibault can't get it to go. Denver leading by 9. Passes it to Jokic. On the wing, Harris. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Well, Brent, not many can deny that Gary Harris is an absolute pest on the defensive end.
Yeah, pretty relentless on that end of the floor. Defensively, he's rugged and tough, and he can cover a lot of ground with that lateral quickness.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Grant's checked in. And Harris drops them both. And one thing you have to love about Gary Harris, the way he can explode to the rim.
And Harris is a natural scorer from all parts of the floor, but he can just rocket himself for dunks you aren't used to seeing from players of his size and stature.
It's stolen by Harris. Jokic kicks to Beasley. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Well, amongst big men in the league, Jokic's vision is what stands out, and I love it when he gets creative. He is willing to throw some tough passes.
The 76ers trail by 13. And there's the pass to O'Quinn. That one falls coming off Burke's feet. Burke's got 3 assists now in this one. And it's the Nuggets ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Beasley outside. For 3, Harris doesn't get it to drop for him. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. Pass to Thibault. Outside, Scott. And here is Burke. Got a piece of it. To the paint. Shot is good, and the Nugget lead is cut down now to just 9, and the bucket from O'Quinn.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Harris. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Harris has got 4 points in the quarter.
Terrific work inside from Gary Harris. Not used to saying that. Does a fantastic job of backing down the defense and putting his will on his shoulders.
Timeout called, the 76ers.
And starting to send guys to the line way more than they need to. Let's get some good position defense going here. That should be the emphasis, and get away from the sloppy fouls.
Ben Simmons, he's checked in for Burke.
All right, a moment to check out the stats for Mason Plumlee. Some last season stats for him. He was around 7 points per, 6 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he's done his share of the work for the team, definitely making an impact.
Well, the numbers, if you look at them, impressive all the way around, and he's not letting the team down.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Here's Thibault. And that's a foul called on Malik Beasley. That'll be his second foul of the game. Martin's checked in for the Nuggets. Here's Thibault. Shot clock at 5. From 12 feet out, that one falls. Denver leading by 11. And here's Barton. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Here's Jokic. Scott pulls it in. And for the 76ers, they're shooting down near the 40% mark since halftime. They've been slow getting going. And Simmons kicks to Scott. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. And so it's Barton bringing it up for the Denver Nuggets. Passes it to Grant. Puts up a 3. No good on that one. And it's Philadelphia the other way. Inside. Here's Ennis. And Ennis slams it in.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
You have to credit the aggressiveness offensively, because that's when you make a play when you really need it.
Now, here's Jokic. Not a lot of room. And now here's Ennis, the fast break opportunity. Here's Thibault. And a miss there on the triple. The Nuggets leading by 9. And Beasley, here we go. And yes, it's good.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
And he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And Brent, while he's mostly a 3 and D type player, Malik Beasley is improving in other areas as well.
Yeah, it's interesting noticing the passing and how that has improved. It's a nice wrinkle to Malik Beasley's game, who really coming into the league was all about force, getting the ball, straight line drives, attacking the defense, rising up, trying to dunk on guys. His ability to slow down and see the floor is going to help enhance what he can do offensively.
The 76ers trail by 12. Here's Simmons. Here's Embiid, and it's sent back by Plumlee.
Showing good shot blocking skills at times. Plumlee gets all of that one.
Grant against Harris. Grant the pass to Plumlee. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game. The free throw off from Plumlee. You talk about solid role players, Brent. Mason Plumlee fits the bill.
Does such a great job consistently of coming in, being a physical player, setting screens and rolling. Probably an underrated part of his game is the way that he passes the ball, but never is going to get your team out of sorts with the way that Mason can play within his role.
Simmons with it. Beasley covering. And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down to just 12 points on the bucket from Ben Simmons.
With a consistently improving offensive game, Simmons is lethal whenever he's on the court.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Barton kicks to Plumlee. Count it. Plumlee's got 4 points now in the quarter.
A well-schooled player with an improving touch. Plumlee lines up that shot and calmly knocks it down.
For Philadelphia, they have shot 10 of 13 from the free throw line.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw, no good.
The first pick in the 2016 NBA draft, Simmons has been a phenomenal addition to our league.
Good on the second free throw. Now here's Murray. And so it's the Denver Nuggets looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And their ability to get points in the paint has made all the difference in this one. We come back right after this. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And he may not be known as a pass-first guy playing out of the two-guard spot, but he shows here that he can dole out an assist or two when he needs to.
Even though the position is called shooting guard, passing part of your responsibilities in today's game.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Richardson and Harris filling out the wings. Joel Embiid out there with Mike Scott. And it's Simmons in at the point.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
Yeah, as good as you can do without getting a block there to defend.
Richardson the pass to Scott. Back to Richardson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Embiid finds Simmons. Over Plumlee. They get it back. Harris outside. Over Murray. Harris misses. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for Denver. Here's Barton. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Nuggets lead by 15.
Well, Barton takes some tough shots, used to making them. He did there.
Barton against Richardson, and the pass to Simmons. The 15-footer, rebound by the Nuggets. Jokic has got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Barton passes to Murray. Plumlee against Scott. Back to Murray. Simmons with the defensive effort.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Well, last season, Josh Richardson just exploding for the Miami Heat. Brent, as you know, he was their top scorer.
Well, he's a great three-point shooter. The 3-and-D aspect is what drew the Miami Heat coaching staff to what Josh Richardson was capable of doing. Now he's going to do that in Philadelphia.
Here's what Denver's going with right now. Paul Millsap is checked in for Jokic, and it's Michael Porter in for Beasley.
One shot.
That's good from Harris.
With the scoring ability that Tobias Harris has, he can look to be even more aggressive. All the skills to be a go-to guy.
Murray outside. Porter looking it over from about 19 feet. That shot off. Simmons with the defensive effort. And here comes Harris leading the fast break. Embiid wide open. And it's off the back rim. No good.
Well, he's using the force, but in the worst way possible right now. He just needs to dial it back and look to work the ball around the floor to his teammates.
Murray kicks to Millsap. Over Horford. And Embiid pulls it down.
The right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And the dunk by Horford.
All right, Al Horford getting up there for the gym. You forget how big he is.
And Millsap slams it in.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
And Philadelphia has possession. Down by 12. Richardson the pass to Simmons. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. That's good from Horford on the assist by Simmons. Simmons got 6 assists now in the game.
Could come down to selection. Bad shots in the first half. Here in the second, using his head, finding some more efficient opportunities to score.
Outside for Murray. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
One made three formed for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
I think Paul Millsap's time both in Utah and in Atlanta in the systems of ball movement are helping out this offense now.
The 76ers trail by 11. Outside, Simmons. Richardson outside. Embiid against Murray. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Millsap's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Murray, no good.
Wow, what a rough second half for him shooting the basketball. Maybe you adopt a pass-first mentality at this point.
The Nuggets leading by 11. Here's Porter. And it goes for the 5th time in 10 shots for him this game.
Just using his size well close to the rim. Porter is outstanding at cashing in from those spots.
For Philadelphia, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Harris against Porter. Harris misses.
You know, altered shots don't show up on the official stat sheet, but as we saw there, he does a great job of doing that as well as collecting the rebound.
Murray against Simmons. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That's on Ben Simmons. Free throw good, Murray. So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. The 76ers trail by 14. Simmons passes to Embiid. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 7th assist here tonight.
Yeah, and guys, with Simmons, you get it all. The shooting, the rebounding, and the passing.
Murray outside. Back to Millsap. Richardson against Barton. Murray the pass to Barton over Richardson. Barton no luck.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for that.
And so it's Porter bringing it up now for the Denver Nuggets. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. Murray dishes to Plumlee. Shoots over Embiid. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. And that's now 6 points for Mason Plumlee. The 76ers trail by 14. And Simmons kicks to Harris. Nice D from Porter.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
Philadelphia's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Guys, they're looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Horford against Millsap. Horford's shot is good. Horford's got 11 in the second half.
Not sure which clips they watched at halftime, but he has figured out how to attack the D, and they kept him in check in the first half. He's flipped it.
Martin passes to Porter. Second chance shot. Plumlee, no luck.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Barton against Richardson. Barton drives in, and so it looks like Denver will retain possession here. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Philadelphia. On Sunday, they'll head home to take on the Charlotte Hornets. Then on Tuesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
And just looking ahead to what's on tap, there are a lot of winnable games for them, but you can't go into the stretch with that mentality. You've got to focus on what's in front of you and bring it every night.
4 on the shot clock. Here's Porter. Plumlee trying to break loose.
Yeah, the hustle from Simmons on D, it becomes infectious. He brings his all on every possession.
And the shot is good. The Denver lead has been cut down now to just 9 on the basket from Harris.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
And he could tell his guys were dragging a little bit, calling timeout to kind of let them catch their breath.
A chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Paul Millsap.
And tell you what, he's worked very hard to get himself in good position throughout the course of this game. And that comes across in his shooting percentage. He's hit over half his shots from the field. And that's not because he got hot as much as it's because of the effort he put in to get himself open.
He's played up to his full potential tonight, and he's been playing to the crowd, too. He loves being the star attraction, even if it doesn't happen on a regular basis. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, well, Mike Malone talked to his team during that last time out. He said nobody thought we'd be in this position right now, and we are. He said he was proud of his guys, but he also said, now go finish this thing off and get this win. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. And the first one drops. He's perfect from the line this time.
Well, the defense has failed to cut off any of these driving lanes, which is why they're resorting to fouling him, and he's hurting them from the charity stripe.
The shot, no good. Nice D from Porter. The Nuggets leading by 11. Two free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Harris.
And the athleticism and size of Porter creates problems for the defense. Hard to guard without getting physical.
Brent, a few players now host podcasts, participate with those elements, with those vehicles during the season. Any thoughts on that?
I think it's great. I think it's fantastic for our fan base and for our players to have an outlet, to have conversations and share a little bit more about their personality, it grows them as people, I think, Kevin. Especially, I've listened to J.J. Redick's many times over, and you learn something new, not only about players, but about their interests and how they're spending time. And I think if you were a young player, let's say you were a high school senior, and you're a college player, and you're listening to some of the things that guys are talking about in their experiences, I think it's invaluable for what it is that you don't know exists around a player in the NBA, and for you to start having considerations about how difficult the task is, how mentally taxing. So these things are great outlets for the players.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Harris.
Yeah, sometimes in a game you settle a little bit before settling in, and right now I think he's a big factor in how they're getting to the line.
And so he makes both from the line.
And they are making it look easy at the free throw line here in the second half.
Simmons against Murray. And it's sent back by Horford.
Swatted by Horford. In terms of defense, Al Horford up there amongst the top.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Simmons. Tries again. That's good from Porter on the assist by Murray. 18 points for Michael Porter.
Like that from Murray right there. When he's passing it like this, it can make him so much better and so much more open.
And here's Simmons. He'll bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. Richardson outside. Back to Horford. That shot off the mark. Plumlee with some nice D. Barton kicks to Porter. Lets it go with a 3. In for his 7th make in 14 tries.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
Simmons against Plumlee. Here's Horford. The basket good off the assist from Simmons. Simmons got his 9th assist in the game now.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Outside Porter. Back to Jokic. To the inside. And that one's good by Porter. Porter's got 15 points here in the second half.
And we are seeing the makings of a masterpiece here, guys, from Porter. A threat to score from anywhere within the half court.
Simmons against Murray. The drive by Simmons. That one drops for him.
Oh, that's some fancy ball handling right there. Since when does he take guys off the dribble?
Pass to Plumlee. Back to Murray. Clock at 6. He kicks to Porter. Jokic inside, guarded by Embiid, and it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. The 76ers trail by 14. Simmons looking it over. He dishes it to Embiid. Pass to Simmons. Jokic against Embiid, and he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Denver Nuggets. When it comes to choosing, Brent, the MVP, the Coach of the Year, the Rookie of the Year, all these different great awards, do you like the current voting structure for these big awards right now?
I don't mind the current voting structure. I don't know how you get away from what it is that, in terms of handing people ballots to figure out who it is that they think have earned those awards throughout the year, Kevin. What I don't like about the structure is that you have media members who are voting on things that have huge financial ramifications for organizations. And when that stuff happens with a player who's going to earn a supermax contract because he made an all-NBA team, what you're going to start doing is restricting smaller market teams from being able to afford the ability to keep their star player with the team. And so that needs to be fixed, and fixed immediately.
I do not like the media. Wait a minute.
Wait.
I am the media.
You are the media, Kevin.
Strike that. Let's rewind.
Can we delete that?
And it's Jokic missing. The 76ers trail by 12.
And there's no doubt about this one. Playing with a lot of confidence tonight. It's a statement victory for Denver.
The bench gave him a big lift in this game.
And listen, Kevin, anytime your reserves can perform at a level that high, it puts you in an excellent position to win the game.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important. Here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
A very solid win indeed. And when you check out the box score, there were some great numbers for Jokic.
You can set a tone with defense, and that's exactly what he did with how he protected the rim.
Murray against Simmons. It's Barton on the wing over Richardson. Barton, no luck.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
With the combination of strength and size, Simmons throws it down with ease.
Now, Jokic. So the Nuggets win it. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And whenever there was a misstep, they just didn't allow it to fester, and that's why they're going to walk away with the win.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Mason, your game has expanded some. And what has that process been like?
You know, you just learn something new every game. You have to study your opponent and see what's going to be open. But some of the constants have to be rebounding, defense, bringing energy in, and that's always going to get you a little bit.
Well, you had the whole package tonight, Mason. Thanks. Kevin, back to you.
David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.